everyone, it's Lisa here. So today is the 1st of March and I finished with this February kit. I actually kind of finished with it towards the end of last week. I did a whole bunch of layouts and I think I burned through this kit really well. I'm going to use some of the leftover pieces and maybe some art journal stuff. Like, I have lots of this stuff left, and honestly I couldn't find this tray for the longest time, so I didn't use very much of what was in here. So there's still like lots of little bits and pieces, but I did use quite a few out of here. So there's that. I'm just going to show you the other stuff I pulled. I actually ended up pulling these out. I don't think I ended up using them. This is all I have left of these cork stickers. I'll probably just add them into the next little bit of package of whatever I'm using, just to try and get them used up. I made a title out of this, but you can see I still have lots of alphas left. I think I maybe used a couple stickers out of there. I didn't use as many of these title stickers as I thought I was going to. Let's move this stuff over here. I used these alphas a couple times. I think the problem when I pulled this kit is I had too much stuff out, and I was just not really overwhelmed, but I just had too much stuff pulled, that's all. And not that there's anything wrong with it, because this was all stuff out of my stash, so it did get used either way. So still lots of alphas left there. As for the chipboard, I still have some of it left. I did take a pretty good chunk out of it, so I was pretty proud of myself for that. I used the donut out of here, and then another little wood banner piece. I can't remember what it was. I ended up pulling these out of my stash. I just used one. Let's see, what else? I didn't use any of those. And, oh, I pulled out these pleather bows. I used one. I used some of these little labels on the side and some of these little tabs. But here's where you're going to start noticing like a huge difference. I used like a lot of the 6x6. I still have lots left. But let me just start getting to the bottom. Are you starting to notice there's like no big sheets of paper? I used a lot of these. There's still lots left, but it's an embellishment pack. You use lots. I used lots of those. This was from a challenge that Sandra and I had done, so I just pulled it and used it. And I still have a couple of those Project Life cards. There's like some 6x6. Okay, so I'm going to start showing you the scraps. So let me just pull this aside so you can see. There's the scraps. That's a 6x6 that can go back into the package. So this is all scraps. There's nothing big in here anymore. Oh, that's like a die cut, but there's like nothing left of this kit. Like, it's all there's still lots of these little stickers left, but I'm just gonna pull this over so you can see there's like nothing left of big paper. So that's why I say I was done a while ago with this kit. I just had nothing left. I don't know what that was. Oh, my picture fell off the wall. So yeah, so I did pretty good on using up the paper. So I'm gonna put lots of this stuff back. This is usually typically what I do with a kit after I'm done with it. So if there's anything left over that I can still use, like these alphas, I still have the packaging in here. I'll package them up, I'll put them back in my stash. Otherwise, if I leave them out now, I might get like bored with them, or like they're just, I've seen them too many times, so I just won't use them. So I'll probably package them up and put them back in my stash. Any of the little bits of pieces of paper that I don't want to use or they're too small, I'm just going to end up pitching them, I'm not going to lie. And some of this stuff that I'm, you know, can't make words out of, like the alphas or the stickers and stuff like that, I'll probably just put them in with my art journal stuff, and then I'll get maybe a little bit extra mileage by putting them into my art journal stuff. So yeah, so that is what I have left. I'm going to show you the pages. There is process videos for most of these. So I did I just had a day where I just didn't want the pressures of being under the camera, making some layouts. So I just actually just had a fun day and scrapbook with Sandra. So I'll show you those ones when I get to them. This was for the 5-minute challenge. There is a process video for this. I love how this one turned out, except for this big donut. I don't like how it is there, but it is so stuck. And guess what? It's staying, and I'm cool with that. But there's a process video for this one. There isn't for this one. I just need to journal on this one. I know what I want to say. I just haven't got to the point to journal on it, and I'm just going to journal it down in here. So this was getting towards the end of the kit, so no process video for this one, but I really like how it turned out. I don't think there's a process video for this one. This one I was just playing with, again, some of the stickers and stuff like that that were there, and it just says hooray for coffee. And I didn't journal on this one. I'm just going to leave it as is. Sometimes you don't need to journal on every page. I like that one though. So very mixed media. I did not do a process video for this one. I had it done. It was in my roll, like in my camera roll to make a video with. And then I had some issues with my computer and I lost it. So sorry guys, there's no process video for this one. But it was going to be for a Fall in Love with It Friday, so for the sewing machine. But if you can see, I stitched the pieces of pattern paper together with gold thread, and then I just did that all the way across with all these different pattern papers in kind of a monochromatic tone, and then just added the picture down here with some other little stickers and then the journaling down there. So I like how that one turned out. And this one again was for this sewing challenge, and I lost the video for this one too, same reason. So but this one is a picture of Sandra and her mom, and I got to spend some time with Sandra's mom this time when I went to go visit them. So all I did was I cut up a whole bunch of the scraps and I just layered them into this kind of like fun little banner. And I just love that for using up scraps. It's got some dimension to it. Just kind of makes your eye go towards the picture. So even though it's really busy here, it just kind of focuses your eye into the picture. So I really like that. This one was for one of our Sunday challenges, and it was using those Heidi Swapp mistable folders. I cut mine into a Polaroid, and then I used this mistable one for the background. And there is a process video for this one. And oh my goodness, is there a process video for this one? I don't know. There might be. I'm not 100% for sure. Gosh, I made this one a long time ago. I don't know, but I really like it. Had brand new, and then I just wrote in learn something brand new because it was like me making tamales. So this one's pretty plain, and again using all the stuff from the kit that I had pulled. This one I love. This one was pulling stuff from the kit. I actually ended up pulling a couple different pieces. I wanted a bluer tone, but I just made these water drips with some paint. These are watercolor paints, and actually the watercolors that I used are these. These are actually Golden Core watercolors, and they are so vibrant. They're beautiful. So I was just playing around and I wanted to try and do something. So what I was doing is I was just painting and then just letting them drip, and they just held the color so well. So this one, pink one, is the magenta. This one is the cobalt teal, and then this one is, I believe, the nickel azo gold. Oh, quinacridone gold. And it's just this really kind of like warm yellow color. And so yeah, so I just let them drip up and down, and then I just layered some embellishments to match those colors, and then just backed it on a piece of this gold foil polka dot paper, and I believe this is from the Open Book collection. So, and then I just put Here's the story Snuggles. So, and I just wrote about how this was the first night in Chattanooga. And then this one, there's no process video on, but I, again, was playing around with doing very mixed media stuff. And this is actually using stuff from the Mixture Media kit from Wendy for the month of, oh gosh, I'm going to say I think it was the February kit. It's the first one she came out with, and I can't remember if it was, she called it the January kit or the February kit, but needless to say, I used lots of bits of pieces just to kind of, you know, add some texture and make it just different. I just wanted to try and do something different, so I like how that turned out. And then here was another mixed media one, and this is using the white corrugated cardstock that was in that that paper kit that I had pulled. And what I did is I took a stencil, I actually misted it on some paper, and then cut the leaves out and then inked them with some black soot, and then just took the picture and put it on top, and then just did some sprays and dripped it down. I believe this is the cut grass, I think it's the lime wedge, and then the lemon zest, and then just made it kind of drip down and sprayed up. So, and then just added some pieces of chipboard from the open book collection, and then some little stickers just to finish it off. And I really like how this one turned out. So, I don't think there's a process video for this one. Just very, very simple. Again, I was getting towards the end of the kit, and it's got this right here, and it's a picture of me, Sandra, and the girls. And this was, I think, the first day we went out and we were shopping or something like that. So, and I just put some sprinkles of gold, and it was just like little bits of scraps left over. I like the simplicity of this one. And then there is a process video for this one. This is again for the sewing challenge, and it's called Photoshop Family. I have talked about this before on podcasts. I think scrapbooking, Sandra and I have alluded to it, but this is a picture of Christmas 2 years ago, and I photoshopped us all together because I forgot to take a family picture. So there is a process video for this if you want to learn more about that. And I sewed some journaling lines there. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 layouts finished for the month of February. So I hope you stay tuned for the month of March to find out what I come up with, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.